everybody, my name is Tanya and this is the book snacks tag. This tag was created by Jen over at Today in Jen's Library, and I was tagged by Sarah at Sarah Actually Reads. I will link both of their channels below. This tag has 12 questions, so let's get started. The first question is, what's your favourite snack while reading? And I don't generally like to snack while reading all that much. I find it distracting, especially if it's anything complicated. If I've got to take my eyes off the book, then I find it breaks my concentration and I don't like it. But lately I have been throwing things on the floor. But lately I've been eating almonds as a snack. These are easy to eat while reading. You can just grab them easily while not taking your eyes off the page. They're not messy, there's nothing that can spill or stain, so almonds are my favourite snack. I shouldn't have done that. Now I'm going to have almonds in my teeth for the rest of the video. Question number 2 is, what is your least favourite snack while reading? And for that I have to say, well, anything messy, anything sticky, anything along that line, but in general, anything that requires 2 hands, because I need at least one hand on the book. There's a cat behind the chair apparently, and she's sending lanterns at me. These things fall off so easily, it's horrible. An example of something that requires 2 hands that it's impossible to do anything else while eating is mangoes. Mangoes, I don't know a way of eating mangoes without getting completely messy. It's just not possible. If you've got a good way of eating mangoes, let me know, but basically I can't slice them properly. I can cut off the cheeks, but there's so much good stuff left on the pit, and so you've just got to... Question number 3 is wine or soda, and the answer to this is neither, really. Wine over soda, or soft drink as we call it in Australia, but I don't really drink, and I'm not a big fan of soft drink anymore. I don't drink it. The closest thing I drink to soft drink is ginger ale, so I guess that in some respects a soft drink, but I don't drink a lot of that either. It's mainly just water or the answer to the next question. And the next question is coffee or tea, and that is hands down tea. These are just a few of our tea options. So I think it's pretty safe to say I choose tea over coffee. Question number 5 is crumbly or creamy? And to start with, this completely stumped me, this question. It's crumbly or creamy what? But on thinking about it further, I'm going to go with creamy. Got creamy chocolate, creamy mashed potato, creamy. Question number 6 is, would you rather spill sauce on your e-reader or crumbs in your book? My first reaction was crumbs in the book because you can brush them out, but if it's something greasy, of course it's going to leave a spot, maybe it's a stain, and I've come to the conclusion that my books are more precious to me than my e-reader. And in general, as long as it's not in the buttons, you can wipe sauce off. It's not going to hurt it. So I'd prefer to have sauce on my e-reader. Question number 7 is, what do you read when you don't know what you're in the mood to read? And what do you eat when you don't know what you're in the mood to eat? In terms of what I read when I don't know what I'm in the mood for reading, most of my choices at the moment are being decided by, or at least a lot of my choices, are being dictated by book jar this year. I have taken the book jar idea to the extreme. I'll show you. These are just a few of my book jars. This caddy here's got all different 1001 things. This monster over here is all the unread books that I own that aren't on the 1001 books you must read before you die list. At the end of the year last year, the almond's talking back, I got very anal at the end of last year and went book jar crazy, and I love it, but it's a little bit excessive. So if I don't know what I'm in the mood to read, I will take something out of the book jar and just go with that. For what I eat, when I don't know what I'm in the mood for eating, I guess it's whatever I find in the fridge or the cupboard. But in general, probably grab an apple, some almonds, when they don't make me choke. Just something small like that to tide me over. Question number 8 is, what is your favourite cookbook? And I don't know that I necessarily have a favourite cookbook, but the one I I have chosen is the Family Circle Best of Kids Cooking, and I've picked this because it's the one I've got the most memories attached to. This was obviously a cookbook that I used when I was a kid. It's got recipes that are easy for kids and set out in a way that is visual, so easy for kids to follow. So it's got, you know, big bright pictures, the sections between meal snack. I'm not quite sure why a hamburger with a lot is a between meal snack though. But my biggest memory from this is no matter how many times we tried to make this choc honeycomb mousse recipe, it never ever worked out like mousse. It was always thick and not at all fluffy. The recipe, it's a dud. Family Circle, it's a dud. Question number 9 is what's your favourite book written by a chef? And for that I have gone with Jamie Oliver's Jamie's 15-Minute Meals, just because this is one that I've been cooking a lot from, and spoiler alert, they don't take 15 minutes, or at least not when I'm cooking them. I just can't cook that fast. Question number 10 is you're on a deserted tropical island, would you rather have a book or food? And my answer to this is food. I would prefer to survive and to get off the island and then read all the books when I get home. Obviously some entertainment would be good, but I could make up stories in my head, but I can't create food. So I want food. Question number 11 is ever gotten in trouble for reading at the table? And no, I can't remember ever trying to bring a book to the table, I don't think. I think it was always a read in bed thing. I would get told only one more chapter, and then I realised suddenly that I was 2 pages into a new chapter and I hadn't stopped, and I get all worried that I get in trouble. But I don't think I ever tried to read at the table. Question number 12 is would you rather read or eat or both? I think there's an obvious answer to that question, and that's both. Custard almonds. I don't think there's any other answer. Both. Apparently I filmed too much today because my camera just died. I have been trying to film a few videos in advance. You'll see this top in a few videos. This was my first tag video. Thank you to Sarah for tagging me. It really makes you feel part of the booktube community when you get that little recognition that you're part of this, and apparently I am now. So after watching her new video on tips and tricks for new booktubers, I tagged Lainey over at Ginger Reads Lainey. Sorry, you dubbed yourself in for that one, Lainey. And I also tagged Jonathan. I also tagged Jonathan over at Jonathan's Library because he started out at the same time as me, so I'd like to see what he has to say for these as well. So thank you for watching, as always, and I will see you next time.